Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Good evening. Welcome to a special meeting of the Washougal City Council. This is Monday, August 5th, 2013. If you all would, please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Rose, could you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Boger. Here. Councilmember Plinsky.
Here.
Councilmember Greenlee.
Here.
Councilmember Lindsay.
Here.
Councilmember McDaniel.
Here.
Councilmember Shoemaker.
Here.
Councilmember Freeman.
Here.
Thank you, Rose. Councilmember Polinsky is joining us by technology this evening. Karen, I just want to make sure, can you hear us okay?
I sure can.
Everybody in the room can
And
hear
you-
Karen okay?
and
Yes.
I even have a flag in the bedroom, so that worked out perfect.
Aha, okay. The purpose for this evening's special meeting is, this is just a single-purpose meeting, is just to appoint the committees to write the for and against statements for the voters pamphlet in regard to the issue on a potential change in government. So everything this evening will be restricted just to that conversation itself. Rose, with that, do you have any correspondence in regard to committees?
No.
Okay. Is there anyone from the public that would like to address the council in regard to the issue of the committees? Okay, seeing none, we will go to Agenda Bill 3113, Committee Formation, the proposition regarding changing form of government from mayor-council to council-mayor on the November 5th, 2013 ballot. Mr. Scott.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. As you know, at your July 22nd meeting, you approved a resolution placing a proposition regarding possible change in form of government on our November general election ballot. The county auditor issues specifications for the voters pamphlet for every election, and pursuant to his Section 4 of the voter pamphlet specs, the legislative authority, so in this case the council, shall appoint committee members to prepare a statement advocating voters' approval of the measure, and then also appoint committee members to prepare a statement advocating voters' rejection of the measure. The specifications provide, and it's statutory, that those that you appoint to write the statement for should be known to favor the measure, and those that you appoint to write the statement opposed, whenever possible, should be known to oppose the measure. Each committee shall have no more than 3 members, but it does not have to have 3 members. The committee can seek the advice of any person or persons, but only those officially appointed to the committee will be identified in the voters pamphlet. And the deadline for making these appointments is this coming Thursday, the 8th, and that's why we're having this meeting today. So the recommended action is to appoint members to each of these committees, and that would be the extent of the action. Then we will provide the appointed committee members with a copy of the specifications and make sure that they're instructed in all of the deadlines and timelines that they have. We solicited interest from any interested parties who would like to be considered by the council for appointment to either of these committees. We did that in our press release. We have only received communication from 4 individuals, so we did receive that communication. All 4 of these individuals have indicated that they would be interested in being appointed to the committee to write a statement opposing the proposition, and those 4 individuals are Planning Commissioner Larry White, who informed Mayor Gard that he would be interested in being appointed to that committee. Former Mayor Les Sonneson also informed Mayor Gard that he would be interested in that. Former Mayor Jeff Gard called Rose to let her know that he would be interested in being appointed to that committee. And then Marilyn Terrell also called Rose and let Rose know that she would be interested in being appointed to that committee. Otherwise, we haven't received any other communications.
Excuse me, what was the last name?
Marilyn Terrell.
Oh, okay.
Dave?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move to appoint on the committee to draft the for statement the following individuals from the council: Joyce Lindsay, Jennifer McDaniel, and Brent Boger.
Does that
Second.
require a second? Is that a motion?
Second.
There you go. I was going to jump right in there.
I've got a motion and a second to appoint the following members, council members, to the committee to write the statement for the change. Council members Boger, McDaniel, and Lindsay. Any council discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Administrator, Mr. City Attorney, I have a question on the con statement. Can we delegate the appointment of that to the mayor, or does the council do that?
The specification from the auditor indicates that the legislative authority shall appoint. But I don't know if that precludes a delegation. We might have to consult the statute briefly.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. In other words, you appoint the mayor if he was willing to act in favor as one of the committee members?
Well, no, I mean, I was just suggesting that he could appoint the con committee since he's, opposed to it.
Right.
And I think he would look out for he would make sure that the best possible argument is presented contrary to this proposal, so I would have no problem delegating it to him if he choose to take that delegation.
Well, I probably wouldn't, because your premise is incorrect. I've never said I'm opposed to the change of the form of government.
Oh, okay.
I said that I am opposed to the way you've gone about it, the timing, and some of the information provided. I don't believe that there's a single member of this body or anyone else that has asked me if I'm actually opposed to the physical change, the legal change of the form of government.
Okay, pardon me.
And I believe, I think it's clear in the auditor's information and in the statute that it's the legislative body that appoints anyway.
Don and I just reviewed, it's RCW 29A 32-280. It says the legislative authority of that jurisdiction shall, and then it provides for some of the other things that I described. So I'm not sure that you can delegate the authority.
I'll make a motion, and I'll move to appoint the three individuals who I know. That would be Jeff Gard, Marilyn Terrell, and Larry White.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second to appoint Jeff Card, Marilyn Terrell, and Larry White. Is there any council discussion?
Is Les here tonight?
No.
Okay. Is Larry here tonight?
I believe he's in California. His mother just passed away.
Okay, thank you.
Is that gonna be a problem, because we have to get this in by Thursday?
Okay.
Oh, the appointments, okay.
Joyce?
Could I don't know what this does with Brent's motion, but the two people that were here, we do not have to have three on a committee, do we? Is it up to three?
Up to three, that's
Three is the maximum. You do
So,
not have to have
I
three.
think we have two of those people here, Marilyn and Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
to put them on the committee.
So are you making a motion to
I'm
amend?
making a motion, but I don't know where the others stand.
Move to amend.
Oh, move to amend the motion, thank
Well,
you.
I understand from the mayor that Mr. White's in California due to a death in the family. I'm not going to hold that against him because he's
second the amendment.
I've got a motion and a second to amend the motion to appoint just the two individuals, Jeff Gard and Marilyn Terrell. Council discussion? Connie Jo?
He's not here to tell us about himself. Can anybody here tell us about Larry at all? Larry White?
I would,
Oh, I'm pointing to Dave.
yeah, I would caution that you probably want that to come from individuals themselves and not from other individuals. I wouldn't even, other than him being a member of our planning commission. Dave?
I served on the planning commission with him, and I'd be happy to shed some light on it. Larry is an individual with whom I don't think I ever agreed on a single point. However, we discussed every single point, and we did it in a civil manner, and we used facts instead of innuendo. He is, from my standpoint, very, very liberal, and I think that he would do an excellent job on this particular issue because he writes well, and he has a real history in working with the city. So I wouldn't have, I not only wouldn't have any problem with Larry being on the committee, I would urge everyone to select him to be so.
Then I will withdraw my amendment. Can I do that now?
I'll allow the withdrawal.
Point of order. If somebody could speak for Mr. White, can anybody speak for Mr. Saunderson?
Jeff, we're not going to take anything from the public. Okay, with that motion and second to amend withdrawn, we are back to the original motion of appointing Jeff Gard, Marilyn Terrell, and Larry White to the committee against the ballot issue. Further council discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Karen, we didn't get you in there anywhere.
Karen?
She's attempting there.
My apologies. I had a distraction come into the room.
Short blonde.
Do you need a roll call? Or, I mean, there's.
So we've had two votes. Have you heard either one of them?
Yes, I heard everything. Of course, just when you guys asked me a question, they located me. No, I am in favor of putting Marilyn on and Jeff. And are we in the process now of choosing a third person?
Nope, that's what the vote was for.
Larry. Yeah, no, I support that.
Okay.
Those three.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. With that, we are back to public comments. Anyone from the public that would like to address the appointment of the committees?
Jeff Gard, 4105 Gifford Place. Appreciate being named to that, but I think you really missed the boat not putting Les Saunderson on there. Those of you who don't know Les Saunderson, he was past mayor. He was also on the city council for about 15 years. I forget how many years on the planning commission, and he has a wealth of knowledge. He's forgotten more than I even know, so I really think you missed the boat, made a mistake on that one.
You can consult with him still.
Yeah, you can certainly contact Les and,
That was the question, by the way. Can we also consult with council members?
you can consult with anyone, I believe, that you wish to.
I have another question, but I forgot it. Just a second. What's our timing? When do you expect the statement done?
I thought it.
Just a moment, I'll pull that up.
15th is
The appointments were to be made by the 8th, and
15th, yeah.
That's the 15th.
The 15th, isn't it? Yes, correct, the 15th.
15th.
yep.
5 p.m. the 15th.
Excuse me.
5 p.m. the
On
15th.
This month.
This month.
August.
Short timelines.
And
Short timelines.
Is there anyone else from the public that would like to address council? Okay. I have nothing for you this evening, council members.
Before we adjourn, could I ask either the administrator or the city attorney, These ballot measures have an explanatory statement on them. Who writes those?
Dave and I have been working together on one which should have available.
I would commend you to the one that Battleground had. It's pretty good description.
We've looked at Battleground, we've looked at Ridgefield, Woodland,
I don't,
Bonnie Lake, was it? I can't-
Union Gap.
Union Gap. We've got a pretty good
Bridge.
cross-section. I think with the 100-word limit, I think we've got a pretty good, concise one.
Any other council items in regards to the committees?
Can we make sure that the packets include everything that we've received at the meeting on June 23rd, as well as the slide presentation that was made by Lloyd Halverson that came from Municipal Research? Thank you.
I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
We are adjourned.